Bienvenidos, yo soy Leslie Foster de Common Ground International. Welcome to Maestro Miércoles. So glad that you are joining either live or later on when you have a moment to watch this video. Hoy vamos a hablar del tema de manejo de aulas. So for the next several lessons, we're going to talk all about classroom management. Think of all the systems and procedures that you have to instruct your students. First of all, the morning routine. That's our topic this morning or this afternoon is la rutina de la mañana. What's the first thing that your students have to do when they get into the classroom, okay? But I want you to let me know what other routines you need to know Spanish for so I can get you that vocabulary and I'll even teach a lesson about it. So whether that is recess duty, lining up, transitioning from one class to another, their daily trabajos, jobs at the end of the day, let me know what it is. But today we're going to talk about la rutina de la mañana, okay? Tres objetivos. Primero, la importancia de saludos, the importance of greeting your students in the morning. This lesson is geared towards escuela primaria. So I'm looking for your input for the secondary routines, escuela secundaria. Then we're going to talk about los pasos en la rutina de la mañana, the steps of your morning routine that you need to explain to your students. Hopefully they're already getting into the habit and they know how to do it. Okay, and número tres, we're going to take a pausa gramatical to explain los mandatos or el imperativo, commands, how to command your students with actions that they need to do. Okay, so vamos a empezar. Okay, la importancia de saludos. I cannot stress this enough, both on a cultural level and on a social, emotional student level. It is super importante los saludos en la mañana. Porque puede ser la primera interacción positiva para los estudiantes del día, okay? Think about your rutina de la mañana in your casa. And if you have hijos, children at home, you know how chaotical it can be, from packing their lunches, getting them breakfast, braiding hair, signing, permission slips, all that kind of stuff. Sometimes it's more about just getting things done. And so when they get to school, la primera interacción debe ser muy positiva. Okay, so algunos ejemplos. Aquí son algunos ejemplos de presentaciones, saludos básicas. Okay. Primero, también es atención individual, ¿ok? Y muestra que cada estudiante es importante. That's their moment of individual time. Es súper importante mirarles en los ojos, ¿ok? Y decir sus nombres también. Okay, so if you can start with a good saludo for each student, looking them in the eyes and saying their name, that's just going to start their day on a positive, encouraging note, okay? So aquí son unos ejemplos básicos, okay? Recuerda, importante mirarlos en los ojos y decir sus nombres, okay? Buenos días, Eliana. Eliana es el nombre de mi hija en el segundo grado. Entonces, buenos días, Eliana. It can be as simple as that. If you want to take it up another step, buenos días, Eliana, ¿cómo estás? Bien, mal, así, normal, más o menos. Okay, that's another example. Okay, buenos días, Eliana, un 5 o un abrazo. And otro ejemplo que es una idea que es muy creativa, que una maestra que yo conozco usa, es saludos de animales, okay, animal greetings. And there's 3 simple ones that I saw the other day in Miss Belinda's class and I wanted to share with you. Okay, so aquí son unos ejemplos. So saludos de animales, esta es mi hija Eliana, and she's doing the saludo de cangrejo, the crab greeting, okay? So this is maybe for kids that don't necessarily want to give un abrazo or un high five, un 5, and might want to do a cangrejo. You can teach them these, okay? Saludo de mariposa, also. Okay, here's another one that she just dies laughing. It's the saludo de mofeta, okay? Or a skunk or zorrillo, okay? A skunk. And then just simplemente un cinco. They can do an air five or a chocalo, okay? Pound it. So unos ejemplos, unas ideas creativas. I bet you guys have lots of creative ideas as well as far as saludos. Okay, so la pregunta, ¿cuál es su rutina de la mañana? What is your morning routine? I want to know what it is. I have algunos ejemplos para ustedes, but I want to know what yours is. So be sure to comment below about your morning routine. Okay, so aquí es la rutina en el segundo grado de Miss Belinda. Okay, primero, okay, formar en fila. They get in a line afuera del salón de clase. So outside of the classroom, they get in line. Okay. Segundo, saludos, what we just talked about. Okay. Almuerzo, they have to make una decisión entre almuerzos. We're going to talk about that. Acomodar las mochilas. Comer el desayuno o empezar con el trabajo de la mañana. Y venir a la alfombra para los anuncios, el calendario, un mensaje del día. Okay? So aquí es un ejemplo de una rutina. Y we're going to break it apart and go through these commands so you can actually practice giving these to your students in Español. Okay, so here's our little pausa gramatical mandatos. I'm going to put this up here real quick. Okay, los mandatos. Okay, hay tres tipos or formas de mandatos diferentes, and today we're just going to talk about two of them, but just so you know what they are, there is the to command, that's the affirmative command, okay? To is between friends and family and your estudiantes, okay? Then there is the to negativo, and I'll pop it up here, and that's when you want to tell your students not to do something. And so we'll talk about that down the road a little bit when we talk about behavior issues and things like that. And then the third one is a plural command and a formal command in the usted and ustedes. So I'm going to give you a quick little pattern for both the to affirmativo and the usted ustedes so you can practicarlo en este momento, okay? So the to affirmativo es muy simple. If you can't see it up on the screen, it's right here too. You put the verb in el presente, in the present tense usted form. So the third person singular, that's usted, él, ella. So put the verb in the present tense usted form. For example, comer would just be come. And this is the to command. So instead of saying, do you want to eat, which isn't a command, you say, eat, come, okay? Hablar, habla, speak, okay? Those are just algunos ejemplos, okay? The to negativo we're not going to go over today, but you can download these notes and see how to formulate it if you want to get a jump start in your command lesson or learning, okay? And then we have the usted y ustedes, okay? So aquí es un poquito más complicado, but I know that you can do it because once you get the hang of it, it's fácil. And if you make mistakes with the wrong ending or whatever, it really doesn't matter. What's important is that you're trying to comunicarse con los estudiantes y los papás, las familias de los estudiantes. Okay, so for the usted ustedes, you put the verb in the present tense yo form. That's the I speaking form, okay? So in the yo form, then you drop the O, okay? And then you add the following endings. So for example, as you know, verbs in the infinitive, in the unconjugated form, either end in AR, ER, or IR, okay? So if the verb ends in an AR, like hablar, okay, you put in the yo form, hablo, you drop the O, and you add an opposite ending. You add hable, okay, for the usted, because that's one person, third person singular. But when you're talking to your class, you'll want to say hablen, okay? Otro ejemplo for comer, like what we use in the to example, okay? Comer ends in ER, IR, okay? So you'll want to put it in the yo form. What is it? Comer, como, right? Drop the O and then add, if you're talking to your whole class, you're going to say coman, okay? Eat breakfast, coman el desayuno, okay? Aquí es un ejemplo, coman el desayuno, coman el almuerzo. Instead of hablando durante el almuerzo, coman el almuerzo, okay? Otro ejemplo, here's where it kind of gets tricky with the verb that have irregular endings in the yo form in the present tense, like tener. Put in the yo form present tense, tengo. Drop the O, so you have teng, okay? And then add the opposite ending. So tener ends in an ER, so you're going to have tenga, or to make it plural, tengan. Okay, so I want you to give it a shot. We're going to practice those in our rutinas de la mañana right now. Okay, por supuesto, hay verbos irregulares en el forma del mandato. Entonces, and you can download these, you don't need to know them or memorize them right now, but for the to form, there are 8 verbos irregulares. Decir is di, salir is sal, hacer is haz. If you want to say to Johnny, you're speaking to him and you want to say, Johnny, do your homework. Haz la tarea, okay? Ser is say, ir is ve, tener is ten, okay? Poner is pon. If you want to tell Julieta to put her backpack in her cubby, pon la mochila en el cubículo. Pon la mochila, okay? Venir is ven. If you're talking to one student and you want to say to Mark, ven, okay? That's come. That's the command form. These are the irregular ones, okay? And then in the usted, ustedes, they're the same irregulares as the subjunctive, okay? And so here's a little rhyme that I have. The reality is the verb haber in the command, you don't use that often, but haya, vaya, sepa, sea, este, de, cha. Now, obvio, cha no es un mandato, that's just a little rhyme at the end, pero haya, vaya, sepa, sea, este, de, cha. Okay, so you can give that a shot. And if I'm going over this fast, which I know I am, you can bajar esta presentación, probably realistically be ready by next week, and I'll put up the link in the comment section, okay, so you can see that. So, ¿cuál es su rutina de la mañana? Okay, let's practice putting these in forma de mandatos. Okay, almuerzo, let's start with almuerzo, okay? Normalmente hay 2 opciones con almuerzo. Los estudiantes tienen que decidir, okay? Para el almuerzo, the lunchtime. Almuerzo de la casa. If it's almuerzo de la casa, they usually have to poner su lonche or almuerzo en algún lugar, okay? So pónganlo en la canasta, okay? So remember, pónganlo, this lo refers to the lunch. It's a little complicated. We're not going to talk about that today, but poner is to put, okay? So you want to put it, you're talking to the whole class, so you're going to put it in the yo form, which is pongo, okay? Then drop the o and add a an, pongan, okay? Pónganlo en la canasta, the basket. Put it in the lunch basket, okay? Es para almuerzo de casa, okay? Almuerzo de la escuela, you might do una cosa diferente. You might have a different system in your class. Here are algunos ejemplos. Escriban sus nombres en la pizarra, okay? Escriban sus nombres en la pizarra. So again, escribir, okay, ends in an IR. You're going to put it in the yo form, escribo. Drop the O, and you're addressing the whole class, so it's ustedes. You have to add an opposite ending, so it's escriban, okay? Escriban sus nombres en la pizarra, in the whiteboard, okay? Or levanten la mano si comen el almuerzo de la escuela. Levanten, okay? ¿Cuál verbo es levanten? Viene del verbo levantar, to raise, okay? And it's an AR verb, so it has the opposite endings, levanten. Muy bien, okay? Otro ejemplo. Acomodar la mochila. Acomodar means to put away your mochila. Acomodar la mochila. Okay. Unos ejemplos. Pongan las mochilas en el cubículo, in your cubby, or en el casillero. Okay. Or you can simplemente make this into the command form. Acomodar. How would you do it? Think about it. Muy bien, acomoden. Ajá, acomoden las mochilas. Excelente. Okay. Otro ejemplo. Okay. En algunas escuelas los estudiantes reciben el desayuno, breakfast, right? Entonces, comer el desayuno o empezar con el trabajo de la mañana. Some students might be comiendo el desayuno. Otros estudiantes might be doing their trabajo de la mañana. So to change these dos verbos in forma de mandato, okay, here we go. Coman el desayuno. Y empezar is a stem changing verb, which we didn't really talk about, but I'll do another lesson that goes more in detail with los mandatos irregulares down the road. Okay, but this is empiecen con el trabajo de la mañana. Okay, what are the other actions that you need to be able to say with your students in your morning routine? Be sure to dejar un comentario below and I'll get to those. Okay, otro ejemplo. Okay. Oh, alfombra. How many of you have a rug, alfombra in tu salón? Muy bien. And the alfombra es muy usado para anuncios, calendarios, group work, a group lección. Okay, so alfombra para anuncios del día. And you want to express that. Come to the alfombra. Okay, so the verb to come, venir. It's another one like poner in the yo form. It gets a little funny. Okay, so venir changes to vengo, and then you drop the o, and it's vengan, okay, a la alfombra para los anuncios del día. Muy bien. Okay, otro ejemplo. Oh, una maestra increíble, señorita Parkinson, Emily Parkinson, she sent me her rutina, and you can see what it is right here, okay? Saludos, okay? Pongan las mochilas en el casillero. Muevan el imán. El imán is a magnet. So some of you might have a system where you have to mover el imán to the present, okay, section of the board, meaning that they're here, that they've checked in, okay? So muevan el imán al presente, okay? Escoger qué tipo de almuerzo. El verbo escoger, to choose, okay? And here is the command form, escojan, okay? Another irregularity there as well. Y sacar los materiales para matemáticas. Sacar is to take out, okay? Irregular también, un poquito irregular. Saquen, okay? The C changes to Q-U-E to preserve the sound, okay? Y lean los anuncios, read los anuncios, announcements de la mañana y contesten, okay? Answer la pregunta del día en su mesa. So ese es un ejemplo de la rutina de la mañana de una maestra fantástica, señorita Parkinson, okay? Otro ejemplo de una rutina de otra profesora o maestra increíble es señora Holt, Amy Holt. Okay, so rutina de kinder. Here's her rutina, acomodar. I'm giving you time to pensar, put in the command form even though it's up there. Acomoden las mochilas. Okay, pongan la tarea en la canasta. Escojan el almuerzo, terminen el desayuno, lean en silencio y reúnen en la alfombra, es reunión de la mañana, anuncios, calendarios, saludos, ¿ok? Otro ejemplo de una rutina muy buena. ¿Cuál es su rutina de la mañana? Here is your reto profesional esta semana. To put your rutina de la mañana en español and begin to comunicarla con sus estudiantes que hablan español, okay? So also, I want to know how your homework expectations, if you're using that in Spanish, and your horario, if you're using that in Spanish. Let me know, interact with me in the comment section below. Okay, if you think that these lecciones, mini lecciones de Facebook are valuable to you, be sure to share this page, this Facebook page, with your other teachers that are in the trenches, need to know Spanish in order to comunicarse con los estudiantes y sus familias. Well, muchas gracias por su tiempo hoy. I encourage you to abran las bocas, make mistakes in Espanol because that's how you're going to learn, and don't be afraid. Remember that the objective is to communicate with your students, not necessarily communicate perfectly, but just to get the message across. So, muchas gracias. Hasta luego. And be sure to join me next week in otro episodio de Maestro Miércoles. Adiós.